creatures driven insane by ley energy are coming from all over. I'm going to help.
The Sun Spheres aren't much of an army, but they are an inspiration.
Anything is better than relying on Joko.
Ah, Commander. A little bird told me you and your friends went on a pilgrimage to the Mists. I am pleased and a little surprised to see that you survived the journey. What can I do for you?
We're combing the desert in search of something.
You're in luck. I have loads of something. You're welcome to peruse it at your leisure. This is the part where you clarify your statement and tell me what you're actually looking for.
What do you know about the Riverlands? Are there any peculiarities I should know about?
Well, there's a lot of history in those parts. Kind of history that attracts treasure hunters. Occasionally, one would pass through the Grand Sahil on their way south. Eyes alight with visions of gold and glory.
Did they find anything?
Don't know, I'm afraid. But I know someone who might. A Derman Priory scholar stationed out that way. Name of Gluck. If anybody can point you in the right direction, it'd be him. Good luck.
You might want to reconsider heading south from here. Nothing can cross that way.
All right. Now, where do I start? Maybe a scout can point me in the right direction.
The followers of Ascension are constantly seeking different methods to reach Ascension. follower Zune and his golem collect forgotten glyphs in hopes of...
You there? Aren't you the Pact Commander? It's a pleasure to meet you. The name's Zune. Big fan of your work. Something I can help you with?
I'm looking for an associate of yours named Glock. I'm told he has some information I need.
Oh, no. Is he missing again? Again? I don't think I've ever met a more distractible Asura. Here, I'll mark them on your map. Hope that gets you where you need to go. And again, big fan. Don't die out there in the wastes.
I'm scouring the Riverlands for something. A place of special significance, possibly related to Vlast. Any ideas?
Sorry. I just arrived, so I have no idea what you're talking about. But it does sound interesting. Good luck.
All these people are being cheated. We have to help. Lucia said I had to keep out of trouble. I know. You could help
I'm
me gather
scouring the
evidence.
Riverlands
I'm
for
sure
a place
that
of
would be
special
okay.
significance. It might be related to Vlast. Anything come to mind?
Blast, huh? Huh. He was born here, I know that much. In a city that was eventually swallowed by the desert. Beyond that, it's all rumor and conjecture. Local legends and such.
It is a lot of money.
Greetings, Wayfarer. Have you come to join us in the search for Ascension?
Maybe later. For now, I need information. I'm scouring the Riverlands for a place of special significance. It might be related to Vlast. Anything come to mind?
What's that mean? Special significance.
For the purposes of our discussion, it means really interesting.
But that could be anything around here.
Tell me about it.
Didn't you see someone with the Derman Priory the other day? What were they looking for?
Oh, that's right. A bunch of Asura came to the Riverlands. I met one of them. He was mean, but really smart.
His name is Glock. He's a bit impatient, but he knows a lot about the area. He came through this way asking vague questions, like you are now. Perhaps he'd be willing to share what he learned.
New arrival. Come to help the followers of Ascension? We could use a pair of hands like yours.
Maybe later. For now, I need information. I'm scouring the Riverlands for a place of special significance. It might be related to Vlast. Anything come to mind?
Vlast? Only that he's from here, but that's about it. That's all I know. I'm new here.
It's no problem. So am I.
You know, come to think of it, follower Adisa knows more about Vlast than any of us.
Don't you dare sneak up on me like that! You can get yourself killed doing that in a place like this. I'm far more dangerous than I look, you know. I'm sorry. This place has me a bit on edge.
I'll wear a bell next time. You're with the Priory, aren't you? I need information.
Concerning...
I'm searching the desert for... something.
I need more?
A place of special significance, possibly related to the Dragon Vlast.
You're not working with much, are you? These lands are rich with history, so that could be any number of... Wait, Vlast, you said?
Yes. Anything come to mind?
Well, since my arrival, I've heard mention here and there of an ancient lost city somewhere in the Riverlands. A hub of forgotten activity. Where it was before the fall, anyway. Supposedly, Vlast was born there. If you're looking for... how'd you put it? A place of special significance? The lost city certainly fits the bill.
Sounds like you know a lot about it. Any idea where I can find it?
No idea. Hence, heard mention here and there. All I've gathered on the topic is rumor and conjecture.
A lost city. That must be what we're looking for. I'd better check with the locals. Excuse me. I'm in need of information. Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
Lost city? How do you lose a city? I mean, I'm forgetful. I've lost plenty of things, but a city?
Just answer the question, please.
Once I lost my favorite journal. Looked everywhere for it, and I never did find it. But you know what I did find?
Please say a lost city.
Every single left sock I had ever misplaced. I swear, if it's not in the last place you look, it's... well, elsewhere.
Fantastic. I need to go now. Excuse me. I have another question for you. Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
Lost City? I could swear I heard something about that from the locals. Apparently it was where Vlast was born. That's the long and short of it, though. Follower Disa may know more.
Believe it. All these people are being cheated. We have to help. She just said I had to keep out of trouble.
Excuse me. I have another
I
question
know.
for you.
You could
Do you
help
know
me gather
anything about a
evidence.
lost
I'm
city
sure that would be
located somewhere in
okay.
the Riverlands?
The only lost city I know of is where Vlast was born. The Forgotten City. According to legend, it was reclaimed by the desert.
Any idea where it's supposed to be?
Not specifically, but I ran into a couple of treasure hunters looking for it not too long ago.
Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
Lost city? Nothing comes to mind immediately, but I'm hardly an expert. You should ask Nyala. She's in the tent just over there, tending to the children.
Come, my commodity. Treasures from far and wide to aid your quest for ascension.
Excuse me. I have another question for you. Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
What about the Forgotten City? The Forgotten were really interesting. They took care of Vlast since he was born.
Sounds like you know a lot about it. Any idea where I can find it?
What about the river folk? Suppose they might know?
Oh, yeah! Go ask the river folk.
You'll find them south of here, settled along the riverbank. They'll know more about the story.
It is a lot of money, but how can you put a price on ascension?
Excuse me. Do you have business with Elder Muriel?
I'm searching the Riverlands for something important. I've been canvassing the area in search of information.
She does love visitors. But you should know something. Muriel's very old, and her answers are not always clear. Please be patient with her. And try to speak up. Her hearing isn't what it used to be.
Ah, and who are you? I don't know your face, but I like it.
Thanks. I'm sorry to disturb you, but I was hoping I could ask you a question. Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
A city swallowed whole by the desert itself. Kesho. Yes.
Kesho. Is that the name of the city?
City? No, a nursery. Where the Forgotten toiled. Where Vlast's eyes first opened. Where Glint gave us her legacy.
I need to find Kesho, Elder Muriel. Can you tell me where it is?
A terrible journey across terrible lands. Beyond the sinking dunes.
I see. Thank you. Kesho. Vlast's birthplace. Now I just have to find it. I'm searching for a lost city called Kesho. What do you know about it?
Kesho. I know I've heard that name somewhere. That's right. I overheard Ardra shouting at someone about Kesho the other day. It's a place? I thought it was a person.
Ardra. Where can I find her?
She's to the west of here, but, just as a forewarning, she's a little prickly when it comes to treasure hunters.
I'm not hunting for treasure. I'm searching for answers.
I'm not sure Ardra will appreciate the distinction, but good luck with your search just the same.
Something you need, Wayfarer?
I'm searching for a lost city called Kesho. What do you know about it?
Kesho. Ah, yes, that's the name. Vlast's birthplace. Swallowed by the desert, according to legend.
Any idea where it's supposed to be?
If it exists, it'll be out there, in the wastes beyond the quicksand. A dangerous place to go on foot. If you intend to travel there, you'll want to make a stop at the skimmer camp west of here. The proprietor there has been selling skimmers to adventurers for years.
Years? You must see a lot of treasure hunters come through this way.
A great many. All searching for the treasures of the lost city. And to my knowledge, none have returned. You'd be wise to keep that in mind, stranger. If you journey that way, make sure to bring your skimmer along. You look like you can handle yourself, but the desert eats the unwary. Remember that.
Good luck. Only need to go back to that wall is to croak and get yourself a...
Timey, this is the commander.
This is Timey using my official broadcast voice. Impressive, eh? So, how'd it go with the gods? Did Ritlock behave?
Mostly. And it was God. Singular. Cormir was the only divine being we found. And now she's gone too. On her way out, she pretty much told us we're on our own against Balthazar.
Ouch. How did Kaz take that?
Better than you'd expect. Cormir told us we had to find answers on our own. So that's what we're going to do. We've split up to search the desert for something. Anything that can help us against Balthazar.
That doesn't spell plan to me. That's just the letter P, scrawled on a rock, in pink chalk.
Maybe I should ask a genius to come up with something better. Oh wait, I just did. Your thoughts, genius?
Well, give me a minute. You can't rush inspiration, you know.
Oh, I know. How's Aureen?
According to Kate...
I'm searching for a lost city called Kesho. What do you know about it?
Kesho? It's been a while since anybody's asked me about Kesho. How'd you come across that name?
With great difficulty, I promise you. What can you tell me about it?
You're different from the others. Maybe you are after something more than riches and glory. If Kesho truly exists, you'll find it to the northwest of here, where it was claimed by the desert. If you head that way, you'll want to bring your skimmer along. Otherwise, the desert will claim you too.
Commander calling Timey. Come in, Timey.
Hello again. So, how'd it go with the gods? The Ritlock behave?
Mostly. And it was God. Singular. Cormir was the only divine being we found. And now she's gone too. On her way out, she pretty much told us we're on our own against Balthazar.
Ouch. How did Kaz take that?
Better than you'd expect. Cormir told us we had to find answers on our own. So that's what we're going to do. We've split up to search the desert for something. Anything that can help us against Balthazar.
That doesn't spell plan to me. That's just the letter P, scrawled on a rock, in pink chalk.
Maybe I should ask a genius to come up with something better. Oh wait, I just did. Your thoughts, genius?
Well, give me a minute. You can't rush inspiration, you know.
Oh, I know. How's Aureen?
According to Kate, restless. Aureen keeps trying to fly. Take off and landing are still a challenge, but... Well, she's actually getting pretty good at it. You know, in short bursts around the interior of the egg chamber. But it's not fun playtime flight. From what Kate says, it's more Sparkfly trying to break out of a killing jar flight.
Well, keep her calm, and don't let her go exploring by herself. The last thing we need is to lose track of her.
Noted. I'll pass that along to Kate, too. We'll do our best.
And don't antagonize Kate.
When we
Say
get moving
again? breaking
How can we
up.
avoid the Forge?
We'll have
No
to head
promises.
east. Hopefully we're far enough north to avoid the
Antagonize.
awakening.
But at least the Forge left
Time's
us
up.
alive. Are you sure risking a run-in with the Awakened is better?
I'm
honestly
searching
don't
for a
know.
lost city called
But if
Kesha.
nothing else,
What do you know
Augury
about
Rock
it?
should offer better
Kesho.
cover than open desert.
Where have I heard that
Besides,
name before?
Whatever happened to that adventurer we ran into last year? Wasn't he looking for some kind of lost city?
Oh, that's right. That was the fellow. He swore up and down he'd found a legendary lost city. And he asked us to join his search for a cut of the treasure.
What happened to him? Where'd he go?
See the fissure to the north? He ventured into the caves beneath it, and that was the last we saw of him.
Did anyone go with him?
With so many branded in the area, we know better than that.
Shame the adventurer didn't.
Forgotten statues, and they seem to be guarding that pit. Could this be the place? Hello?
Hello? Commander, are you talking to me? Your signal's really strong. How'd you do that?
I jumped into a deep pit.
Good job! Wherever you are must be on a ley line nexus.
Listen, something about this Exalted. It's moving, so it's alive, but it's not responding to my presence.
Wait, not responding? Poke it with something. No, wait. Don't. That's poor research etiquette. Well, maybe just a light poke? Ugh! I want to be there!
Found a glowing crystal and a dead body.
Pick it up! The crystal, not the body. If it's glowing, it may be a power source. There should be a control panel nearby.
Okay, power's on.
What was that noise?
A door just opened. There's another Exalted inside. Not red like the others. Looks dormant, but maybe I can wake it.
Well, carry on then. You know what you're doing.
No! Did Balthazar send you a Joko? I will defend this sacred ground with my life!
Wait! I'm a friend.
We don't like Balthazar either. The commander's on a mission to stop him. Frost is the only clue we've got.
What have you done? The pedestals are reviving the Forged!
The glowy red ones are forged? Good thing you didn't poke them.
You claim to owe Balthazar no allegiance. Prove yourself. Destroy his creations.
Energized. Balthazar's the reason I'm here. He's working to kill Kralkatorrik, and we're trying to stop him.
I wish you'd come sooner. Balthazar was here recently with that wretched lich Joko.
Apparently, I'm the chosen champion and protector of Glint's second scion, Aurene.
If you've been entrusted with the role of the Scion's protector, then it would be my honor to assist you. I am Sadazi. Welcome to Kesho. What you see is what's left of the Forgotten's first attempt to pacify the Elder Dragons. It failed. This site was abandoned, but a few of us remained as its caretakers.
Why were Balthazar and Joko here?
They came seeking the forgotten magics that imbue battle armor with living spirits. The same that created the Exalted. They quickly discovered they could use those magics to create these abominations. The horrors they call Forged. The Red Exalted you fought were the results of their early experiments on us. Left behind as mindless sentries. In the chaos, I sealed myself in that chamber to avoid the fate of the others.
That was smart. Now you can help us make sure Balthazar doesn't succeed.
Balthazar thought he destroyed the information you seek, but the sentries he left behind were actually protecting it.
What do you mean?
The pedestals!
Your invisible friend is correct. I can reveal the secrets contained in any pedestal you choose.
Glint was the key. She was perfect for our purposes. The scion of an elder dragon, and a crystal dragon herself, with a mind of her own. We did our work well. The Glint actively rejected Kralkatorrik, and she brought forth more scions to join our cause.
That was Josso Escher, one of the Legacy's main architects. Sadly, he was lost in the attempt to convert Kralkatorrik.
Wait. Convert Kralkatorrik?
Yes. The Forgotten dared to try. But the hunger of Elder Dragons is too strong. It proved a tragic failure. More of your questions can be answered by consulting the other pedestals.
The most important lesson an Exalted must learn is, though Elder Dragons are unimaginably powerful, they can be killed. Each has a distinct flaw. Mordramoth, for example, dominates thought. But its most powerful asset, its mind, is also its greatest liability. Kralkatorrik's unique strength, its power to crystallize objects, is also its singular weakness. Its creations share a fundamental resonance that connects them back to the Crystal Dragon and makes them vulnerable to each other.
A fundamental resonance that makes them vulnerable. Whoa, so that's why Balthazar was after Vlast. He needed a scion of Glint to kill Kralkatorrik. But Vlast's gone now, so that means... Wait, there's one thing I don't understand. If Glint and the Forgotten knew what killing an Elder Dragon would do to Tyria, why would they rear Vlast and Aurene?
The answer is locked behind that door. If you're done with the pedestals, we can proceed.
Kesho is supposed to be my home, but it's more of a cage, or a tomb. I prefer the open sky. I feel trapped here. This place reminds me that I cannot act, no matter how eager I am. Not until the full legacy is ready.
That's Vlast.
We encouraged him to record his thoughts for reference and posterity. He didn't contribute often, and was never glad to do it.
I believe it. He sounds super frustrated and restless. Like a genius progeny suffering through Intro to Golomancy.
I can't stand it any longer. The constant talk of duty and destiny, the forced reverence. It disgusts me, enrages me. My exalted attendants are durable, but still mortal, insignificant. They quake with fear at the slightest angry hiss. I have a job to do, and the power to do it. They can't help me. Why do they keep return?
Sadly, Vlast matured in isolation. We didn't know how to socialize him properly until it was too late. By the time we realized Vlast needed to bond with mortal races as Glint had, he no longer could, nor cared to.
Sadizi and the others tell me I must wait. That before the real work begins, the whole legacy must ripen and mature. I am ready now. Kralkatorrik continues to grow in power, and my mother's death stands unavenged. I am my mother's son. I will wait. I will serve the glorious purpose she and the Forgotten set for me. Though the snakes and their golden servants speak as though it is their purpose, and Glint merely lent it her name. So in her name, I will act. Until the full legacy is ready, I will contain Kralkatorrik and call its branded horn. Intruder!
Isn't responding. It must have been damaged during Joko and Balthazar's attack.
You're in luck because the commander is good at smashing things.
Please, step inside.
I've never been here.
The millennia-long Elder Dragon cycle is one of feast and famine. Ravenous they rise, sated they sleep. Glint and the Forgotten set out to break this cycle of extremes and to restore true balance. But when two Elder Dragons were unexpectedly eliminated from the cycle at one time, we believe it created a void. A void that caused the system to break down and the collapse to begin. The hope was that Glint's legacy would stabilize the cycle. We theorize these vacancies must be filled with entities that circulate and share magic rather than hoard it. Only then will the balance of magic truly become stable. Only then will Glint's legacy achieve its ultimate purpose.
The Scions of Glint are more important than we thought. Balthazar only sees them as a means to gaining power, but they could be instrumental in restoring the natural balance.
If you are, in fact, the true protector of Glint's legacy, then it's up to you to stop Balthazar from taking her. But know that he will let nothing deter him from his goal of killing the Crystal Dragon.
Timey, get a message to Ritlock, Canuck, and Casimir. There's a spire south of the skimmer camp, tall enough for Keel's airship to moor. Tell them to meet me there.
Commander, you must leave, now. I can feel the Forged approaching. If you are able to find Kesho, then I failed to adequately conceal the entrance. I must close the entrance forever. This portal will allow you to return safely to the surface.
But what about you?
I will keep my pledge to protect this sacred place with my life. I am at peace. Farewell, Commander.
Timey, do you read me?
This is Timey using my official broadcast voice. Impressive, eh? I'm about to vacate the Dragon Lab, voluntarily. I won't give flunkies satisfaction of evicting me. But I'll be standing by if you need my input, so keep your communicator handy.
Expecting someone else? What's this? Every friendly battle. What do you say we take things a little more slowly this time? We need more endurance.
catching up endurance. That feels better.
Get up! That was too easy! Welcome back. Suffer a little more. Quiet, and everyone here.
That feels better.
Feeling mortal yet? Still with me? Excellent. Feeling mortal yet? Still with me? Good. Feeling mortal yet? Excellent. We're not finished yet.
That feels better.
Feeling mortal yet? Excellent. We're not finished yet.
Energized.
Too fast. Back on your feet. Welcome back. You're proving to be quite useful.
Listen, I don't want to.
You won't. How sad for you to die so far from home. Ah, the Scion. Come here to defend the champion. And now, you die!
Where am I?
was an opportunity that eluded you the first time. A chance to get
That's why I played your role in the first place.
It doesn't matter. Deserter, defector. You there! Come here! Over here! We can help each other. What is your name?
I don't even know who I am, or where I am, how I got here.
You died. It happens. Welcome to the domain of the lost. I am, of course, King Palawa Joko.
King Joko? I'm sorry. I don't know that name.
Liar! All who take breath know me. I am King Joko the Inevitable, the last primeval king. Joko the Undying, the scourge of Vabi. Joko the feared, Joko the beloved, Joko the eternal monarch of all. How dare you claim to not know who I am?
But you're not a spirit. What are you doing here?
I was deceived by the fallen god Balthazar. I led him here to claim spirits for his army. In exchange, I was promised a share of his new recruits. But he betrayed me and stranded me here instead. Perfidy. From now on, the only god I trust is me.
You are no god. You are an abomination inflicted on the Crystal Desert like a wound, like a plague.
I am a god. God King of Elona, the Crystal Desert and all their environs. Genuflect, peasant.
You have no authority here. Only the judge does. He was appointed by Gren, a true god.
Gods, dragons, nations. Soon all will grovel at the feet of Palawa Joko.
Come, gentle spirit. You must take the next steps. I've heard enough of Joko's blasphemies.
Who is the judge?
He is a loyal servant of Gren, charged with sending all the spirits who come through here to their appointed place.
I don't know who I am. I don't know where I should be.
Don't stray too.
Come, spirit. Do not be afraid.
I'm not even sure why I'm here. Or even who I am.
That's because most spirits find their own way to their fate when they die. But those whose deaths are too traumatic often forget who they were or how they perished.
These spirits, like you and me, end up here in the domain of the lost.
But I can't be here.
You will reach your rightful place in time. First, you must recover your name, to know who you were and how you lived. Then, you must learn your purpose, to understand the choices you made, and why you lived as you did. Once you know your name and purpose, only then can I determine your final destination.
But how do I do that?
Nena has traveled the path you now face. She can assist you. For though they may have belonged to you in life, once your name and purpose enter this domain, they are yours no longer. And you will have to fight to reclaim your name. Now, arm yourself.
Nena, so you discovered your name. How do I reclaim mine?
I learned my name from the spirit of my old mentor, but only after besting him in a challenge of riddles. I discovered my purpose hidden in an old diary I had written as a child. I is a teacher.
Is it that simple?
It's different for everyone. The judge said you must fight to recover your name. So you clearly weren't the teacher. A soldier, perhaps?
I don't know.
Well, if you are to look around the area, and perhaps you will find something useful.
Oh, this looks promising.
Nothing here.
Malleable
I'll have to
enough.
keep searching. Should be able to fight with this. That spirit looks just like me.
We should follow. That spirit may be the one who claimed your name.
I still don't remember.
Then more than one must have claimed your name. Which means it must be a prestigious one. Quick, find another shadow. Keep looking. If you don't reclaim your name quickly, you could lose it forever.
Remember now, my life was filled with conflict, victory, and loss. I was a leader, a commander.
I could tell. You wielded that weapon like a true fighter.
But I don't know why I fought. What I strove for. Or against.
Next is your purpose. What drove you forward and ultimately led to your death? The answer is here, somewhere in the domain of the lost. You just have to find it.
But how will I know it? Where will I find it?
If you truly desire it, your purpose will find you. I'd start with the bird.
We will defend the dream. The God monster.
Valiant, the pale tree summons you.
When Zaitan rose from slumber, the dragon found a long-dead nation and claimed it.
The soul of Tyria mourns as her children were cut down by the beast. The land wept, and the world shuddered. In my short life, you've taught me the most important lesson. Friends will go through anything. That's why I plan to do this.
Our victory at Fort Trinity will show the world that we can strike against the dragons. We can assault Arad. We can destroy Zaitan before the dragon's infection claims us all.
We have succeeded, but only by coming together to fight a greater foe. You've shown the way.
You have my gratitude, Commander, for all you've done.
Tonight, I saw it. I stared into the abyss, and it stared back at me. So much power. I don't know what's real and what isn't anymore.
It's gone. All gone.
Aren't you even curious about why I did it? All this chaos and destruction?
Listen! Her shield drops when she attacks. Make it count. End this. Now!
You fools! You think my death saves you? Too late!
This world is mine.
I have something I can no longer protect. You must understand its importance to Tyria's future.
The legends were true. There is a dragon egg. You're not leaving until you tell me the truth. Vowlin, is it necessary? We come from the jungle, dragon. We belong to it. We are meant to serve it.
With everything we had to deal with here, the hack fleet may have already launched.
We're a welcome sight, Commander. The situation is grim. Mordemoth tore the fleet apart. Pact is in ruins. The enemy, Mordramoth. You hear its voice too, but you resist. So does Canuck. And so do I. Thank you, Commander. Its offspring has chosen you. Channel this gift to get the egg to safety. Go. Confront Mordramoth. No matter how that mission ends, know that you have restored hope to Tarir and to the world. You must kill me, Commander. Before that seed grows, before Mordramoth reclaims what it has lost.
Our creator now lies vanquished. Where does that leave the Solari? What is our place in this new world we've created?
Dragon's Watch. I like that. And Tyrael would probably
So only you get to decide when we take down that dragon? Only you are allowed to kill them? You know what, Commander? I'm glad you didn't join Destiny's Edge. My mother wouldn't want you in there.
I lay down my life for... what should we call it?
Her. Her name is Aurene.
I am the last Marsat. Many years ago, you knew me as Lazarus the Dyer. I have returned from the brink of existence.
Who would pose as Lazarus?
No! It can't be!
I remember. Balthazar. He wants revenge on the other gods. And he's going to use all me to get it. I have to convince the judge to send me back.
Renth welcomes all, noble spirit. Step forward, and I will send you to your appointed place.
You must let me go back.
I see you clearly now, Commander. Balthazar killed you, but you would face him again? Balthazar has done great harm here. The magic he uses to hijack spirits shakes the foundations of the domain of the lost. But I cannot help you.
If I could only get back, if I could defeat him, it might undo the damage he's done in both our worlds.
It is too late. No life remains in your body. Unless, when Balthazar left, a fearsome beast, the Eater of Souls, rose to prey on the waning life energy of the spirits here.
That's got to be the screams I've heard in the distance.
If you were to defeat the beast and claim its power, that life energy might be strong enough to reanimate your body, allowing you to go back. But if you were to fail, the beast would consume your entirety. I could grant you no final reward or punishment. Your spirit would simply cease to be.
I'll take that risk. Now that I've rediscovered my purpose, I have to go back to finish what I started.
Then in Grenth's name, conquer the Eater of Souls and live again. Remind Balthazar that none escape judgment.
All these spirits have been revived. This certainly is unusual, Commander. But since Drogo's arrival, nothing here has...
I knew you'd be back. But I bear no grudges, harbor no ill will. Release me now, and I will still honor the deal you foolishly rejected.
Your help is worthless. I've found my own way back, and I'm off to succeed where you failed, by defeating Balthazar.
Good for you. Such pluck and self-delusion. Off you go, then. Of course, you are forgetting one crucial detail. Balthazar has an army. Do you have an army, little one? Well, I do. An army to rival that of the disgraced god. We both know you don't stand a chance without my awakened soldiers.
You may be right about that. I do need your army, but I don't need you.
What? No. My awakened are loyal to me. They'll never obey anyone but their beloved God King.
Really? Because in your absence, your army obeys the Mordant Crescent. I've seen it, and I can use it.
I warn you, do not leave me here. By royal decree, I forbid it.
Sorry, Your Majesty, but from what I've seen, your kingdom is better off without you.
Back here, pathetic mortal. This is your...
Get back!
Commander!
Is that?
Wait, what's going on there? You all said the commander was dead.
I was dead, Timey. But now I'm back.
Yeah, but that's not how dead works.
She makes a good point. We all checked, Commander, and you were very much no longer with us.
And she's still not. This is a trick!
Kaz, is this one of yours?
It's not an illusion.
Not me. I'm alive. I'm still the commander.
Poker! If she's squishy, she's a mummy. If she's leathery, she's awakened. And if she's nothing, she's a ghost.
We're not going to poke the commander, Timey.
Listen! Balthazar has Aurene.
We know. He was taking her south toward Kralkatorrik when we arrived. We tried to stop him, but there were too many forged.
And I hate being the bearer of bad news, but it appears that Balthazar has managed to build up quite a formidable army of forged.
He does seem to make them faster than we can break them.
That's why we need an army of our own. And I met someone in the Domain of the Lost who told me where I can borrow one.
Borrow an army.
Domain of the Lost?
Yay! We have a plan!
Kaz, are you thinking what I'm thinking? How about an illusion?
I don't know of any illusion that will make the four of us look like an army.
It doesn't have to. It just needs to disguise us as someone else. After I secure our cover story.
Okay. I'll be standing by.
And I'll be at the casino in Amnoon. If you can come back from the dead, I want to double my wager on you.
Fine. I'll get word to you all when the time is right.
Oh, hey, Commander. Good to have you back. You are a leaf in the gale.
Timey, this is the commander.
This is Timey using my official broadcast voice. Impressive, eh? Again, sorry about Aurene surprising you like that. Cave and the Exalted did their best, but Aurene's a dragon. Their best just wasn't good enough against nigh unstoppable.
I understand, and I can't really scold anyone for being overwhelmed. There's been a lot of that going around lately, but it was literally the worst-case scenario. Now Balthazar has Aurene. As far as we know, she's still alive. For now. And whatever plan he has to use her against Kralkatorrik is officially underway.
Leave it to the god of war to be all focused and military. Can you stop him? Can I help?
We're going to try, but the clock's ticking. Unless you can get here as fast as Aurene did, you'll have to leave it to us.
Rich! Okay, listen, I'll be standing by and offering moral, well, intellectual support as needed. Hang in there. If anyone can turn this around without my direct participation, it's the rest of Dragon's Watch.
Commander, how are you alive? Balthazar killed you. I watched from the shadows as you fell. We knew Balthazar was having you watched, but he struck before we could send a warning. What happened after you died?
In time, I'll tell you. Where I came to be, what I saw, how I escaped, everything that happened since my death. But first, you must help me.
In exchange for that knowledge, absolutely. Anything the Order can do, name it.
I want to use Joko's army to stop Balthazar.
Commander, the Order of Shadows is powerful, accomplished, capable of near miracles. But we can't deliver an army of Awakened to you. No one, save Joko himself, can do that.
Archon Iberu could.
The Archon? I suppose Joko's marshals might follow the orders of the Archon, if those orders came from the king himself.
I have it on the best authority that they would.
But the Order has no sway with Archon Iberu. The last time we caught Joko's attention, he killed 30 of our agents.
I'll take care of Iberu. I just need to know where to find him, and Joko's marshals.
I suppose Grand Vizier Uramishi in the Bone Palace to the south would know where the marshals are. As for the Archon, the fastest and safest way to engage him would be to lure him here. But he usually considers the area south of the wall unworthy of his attention.
If he thought the Sunspears were rebelling down here, he'd have to come running to end the threat, right?
There aren't enough Sunspears left to stage an uprising.
Only takes one, and they don't have to be a Sunspear. A few attacks on Awakened camps, some conspicuously placed Sunspear banners. That would look like a Sunspear declaration of war no matter who was responsible.
It's risky. Very risky. Be careful, Commander. Your next death could be your last.
Here's a perfect spot to start a fake revolution.
Don't worry too much.
You'll see. Fury rising!
We've been fighting the Awakened for so long.
Looks like a rebellion's brewing. Perfect. I'll be seeing you. This one's for you, Archon. Banners are up. Camps are down. That should get Iberi's attention. Now to the Bone Palace. To wait. I want that.
What's on your mind?
Commander, your Sunspear ruse seems to have succeeded. The Awakened are on high alert, and earlier the Order spotted Iberu en route here to the palace.
So,
I
we
want
find
that.
the Archon, take him out, then use Kaz's imposter trick to take his place, right?
It's not a trick. Mesmers don't do tricks. We utilize illusion.
Yeah. You guys are worse than elementalists.
You! The outlander from the casino. You're lucky I don't have time to deal with you.
Take the Archon out, quickly!
Squander your life force! Surrender it to me! Good as new. Awaken to me! Take heart, Awakened. Your death prolongs my life. Good as new.
You're seeing things.
Awaken! To my side! You squander your life! Are you? I'll just take you out myself.
You're rising! Now that the real Iberi's out of the picture, it's time to bring in the imposter. Kaz?
I'm not looking forward to looking like an Awakened, but go on. Mesmerize me.
Okay, one Archon and his entourage coming up.
There.
So, how do I look?
Like something that's been dead and buried for a year, then dug up and dragged back to life. How about me?
Same.
Let's just hope this fools the Vizier.
It was an accident. Please forgive me, Archon.
So does your arrival mean the Sunspear uprising has been crushed?
Like it never existed. I'm here to deliver plans for King Joko's next great victory to Grand Vizier Urumishi.
Of course, Archon. The Grand Vizier is inside, conferring with War Marshal Ikolo.
Please don't tell Urumishi I attacked an Archon. Please.
Nothing to kill here.
Yes. palace too.
Nonsense, One Marshal. Of course, King Joko values the
Grand Vizier Udumishi.
Arkan Iberu, welcome. I trust you've come to quell this unrelenting Sunspear insurgency.
I bring orders from King Joko, who commands that we turn our might against the true threat, the fallen god Balthazar. He has tasked me with leading his army against the disgraced deity. I trust that you will make the necessary arrangements.
I'm honored, Arkan, but also confused. I didn't realize Joko had returned. And you know that in his wisdom, Joko has only given me authority over civil matters, not military.
Perhaps I misspoke.
That's quite unlike you, Arkan. You're usually so precise.
Or perhaps you misheard me.
You must forgive Urumishi, Arkan. He can't possibly understand how little attention heroes of battle, such as you and I, pay to the job descriptions of civil servants.
I should hope the Vizier was not questioning the direct orders of his all-seeing king.
Oh, no. I would never question the will of the most munificent Joko.
Unlike my dear acquaintance, I pledge to you the unquestioned fealty of myself and my Worm Corps. I trust Marshals Ogun and Aranko will do the same.
And how might I contact the other marshals?
You'll find Troop Marshal Ogun at his camp southeast of Beijing. He's currently training new recruits there.
And Beast Marshal Aranko is drilling the kingdom's cavalry from atop a plateau near the necropolis.
King Joko will be told of your assistance, War Marshal. And Vizier. I promise, your name will come up as well.
Thank you for not mentioning my criminal assault on Ramsey. I beg you, Arkan, please. He scares me.
You're a disgrace to the uniform.
Lesson learned. Well played, Commander. You have a real talent for navigating the world of bureaucratic kiss-assery.
Now all we have to do is dupe the other two marshals into joining the cause.
I nearly slipped up with the Vizier. We should split up. See what we can learn about the other two beforehand to avoid mistakes.
Can we at least lose these disguises for now? The buzzard stares are making me nervous.
There. Better.
Much. But I think the stench is still clinging to my fur.
I believe that was there before.
We'll meet up near Beijing and compare notes on the troop marshal. Good luck. I need help!
Before you head into Vabi, I have information you're going to want to hear.